Jamie, Kern, Lima. More WTF. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Are you finding yourself tossed about on the seas of uncertainty, finding it difficult to navigate your way through the world at this time? Do you sometimes feel that you've become unmoored, that you are subject to the vagaries of life, that you would welcome perhaps being anchored in your own knowing, that you would appreciate some appropriate guidance to help you negotiate your way through the twists and turns of life? Well, luckily for you, you have thought leader and general word guru, Jamie Three Names, on hand to come to the rescue and pour in your direction her words of wisdom. Yes, another narcissist utilizing the power of social media to attempt to cultivate an image of knowledge, an appearance of wisdom and understanding that's shared with you so that you're made to feel special. The fruits of her cerebral power plucked for you to consume so that you can listen to Buzz Lightyear's sister and think to yourself, yes, that makes so much sense. Thank goodness that I have become anchored in something. I might not know what it is, but I feel that I am anchored. I have now enoughness. That is what's important to me. I was unable to do this on my own. I was lost, a little lamb up on the slopes of the hills of desolation. But lo, cometh forth my shepherd in the shape of Jamie Three Names, and wearing her shepherd's coat, her sheepskin, she has come forth and ensured that I am given understanding and insight through the power of words. Want to witness this brilliance in action? Want to savour the torrent of wisdom that is spouted from the flapping gums of Buzz Lightyear's sister? Then I shall keep you in anticipation no longer. Watch this.
It is so important to curate the people you follow online. And what I mean by that is just pay attention to how you feel after you see someone on your feed, after you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever platform you're on, and just pay attention. Like, do you feel more joy or inspiration or enoughness, or the things that maybe you choose you want to feel at this stage in your life right now? Do you feel those things? Or really pay attention. Like, when you're scrolling, do you kind of end up feeling a little empty or maybe not enough, or do you start feeling comparison or things like that? Pay attention to that. And if you feel those kind of things you don't want to feel, unfollow. Really curate who you follow, because you become what you believe, but you also become the things you surround yourself with. So it is so important to curate who you follow so you can bring in the right kind of energy into your life every day.
What the fuck? I should imagine upon hearing that first sentence, your ears wanted to surrender. They probably wanted to fall off your head, or they were screaming at you, please, stick your fingers in us. Don't subject us to more of this nonsense. That your eyes wanted to close so you no longer had to read the words on the screen. It is so important to curate the people you follow online. What does curate actually mean? Well, as a verb, it means select, organise and look after the items in a collection or exhibition. So people are an exhibition, are they? Of course, someone like Jamie Three Names and many other people of a similar ilk have taken the word curate and they have warped it to mean make, create. It's a pretentious way of saying, look what I've made. But in actual fact, it doesn't mean that. I've curated this tote bag for my fans. I curated this video to spread joy and light into the world. And here we have Jamie Three Names instructing you to do that. And she continues by telling us, and what I mean by that, because even she recognizes that it needs some clarification, is just pay attention to how you feel? Yes. How do you feel? It's a therapy session with Jamie Three Names. How do you feel after you see someone on your feed, after you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever platform you're on? Just pay attention. Like, do you feel more? What? Oh, more joy. Or inspiration. Or enoughness. Is that a word? Enoughness? Isn't enough? But are you feeling joy? Are you feeling enoughness? This is what she's asking you. Or the things that maybe you choose. You feel at the stage in your life right now. Do you feel those things? Or really pay attention, like when you're scrolling? Do you kind of end up, feeling a little empty? Or maybe not enough? Or do you start feeling comparison? Or things like that? Pay attention to that. And if you feel those kind of things you don't want to feel, unfollow. Like, unfollow. Really curate who you follow. Because A, you become what you believe, but you also become the things you surround yourself with. So it is so important to curate who you follow so you can bring in the right kind of energy into your life every day. What a load of asinine bullshit that is. And I suppose that if anybody followed what you suggest, Jamie Three Names, you'd lose all of your followers overnight. Because the experience of listening and seeing you is basically, why is this woman speaking in such a ridiculous voice? What on earth is she saying? And actually, I feel kind of nauseous. I feel like my time has been wasted. I feel like my intelligence has been insulted. And therefore, there's not enoughness. I'm not feeling any joy. I guess, therefore, one would unfollow Jamie Three Names. Now, it won't surprise you to learn that I don't follow her to begin with, but I do from time to time look in on the bollocks that she spouts with an opportunity to ridicule her and present to you the self-absorbed nature of this woman, whereby she thinks that she can create a video, spout this asinine bollocks, and that it's actually meaningful. In actual fact, and again demonstrating the lack of self-awareness for which she and her bum chum, this one's wife, are notorious, she's actually telling you not to follow her. Because if you are a sensible person, you would listen to what she has to say and determine, this doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever to me. I don't feel joy. I don't feel enoughness, whatever that is. I simply feel contempt and an overriding urge to pour bleach into my ears to undo the damage from what I've just listened to. I feel like cleansing my eyes after seeing Buzz Lightyear's sister staring at me, telling me that this is what I should be doing. You'll notice once again the grandiosity of this individual that takes to a social media platform, telling us how we ought to behave, telling us what we should be doing, when in actual fact, it's meaningless dross that she spouts. But it's done with that sanctimonious attitude that you find with certain narcissists who believe that they're telling you something that is absolutely earth-shattering and groundbreaking. But it's dressed up in a manner whereby the feeble-minded will think, wow, yeah, I need to curate who I follow. Yeah, am I feeling joy? Am I feeling enoughness? Unfortunately, there are sufficient epsilon semi-morons on this planet that are likely to be taken in by this kind of dross and think that it's somehow inspirational. Fortunately, for as I know, by virtue of the fact that you're watching my work, you evidently are capable of some critical thinking and of intelligence, and that you similarly would look upon this video like I would and think, what the fuck is she spouting this time? A combination of ridiculous word salad, The vocal fry, the adoption of the helium voice, not as bad as the pathetic interview with this one's wife, but it's still there. She continues to talk to the world, utilising social media to assert control and draw fuel, and the actual message is one whereby she's not saying very much at all, and indeed is actually shooting herself in the foot. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.